Is it time for recess yet? I'm so glad you found time to join us here on the Childcare Director's Chair, where Erica Sacoccio shares her best practices that she's refined through her passion of directing childcare centers over the last 23 years. From parenting interaction, systems to save you time, money, and stress, to profitability. She shares it all from the Childcare Director's Chair.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Childcare Director's Chair. I'm your host, Erica Sacoccio, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about transforming chaos into order and the magic of keeping a tidy office. And like many of you, I often will find myself working on the weekends, and often those times are in my office trying to get to things that I can't necessarily get to during the week because the center's busy. So in today's episode, we'll explore the significance of maintaining a clean office environment and how it directly impacts the overall success of a childcare program. Well, let's start with number one. First of all, it creates a positive first impression. The power of a first impression cannot go without being said. And you want people to know that cleanliness is a top priority at your center. Understanding the importance of creating a positive first impression for parents and visitors, and you really want to make sure that you go above and beyond to maintain a clean and inviting environment. When your parents walk through the doors, you want them to feel confident and rest assured that their child is in a safe space and is hygienic. And a clean office sets the tone for the entire center. It conveys professionalism and attention to detail. It shows that we take our responsibilities seriously and are committed to providing the best possible care for their little ones. Imagine stepping into a childcare center where every surface is spotless, the air is fresh, and everything is neat and organized. From the moment that the parents enter, they're greeted with a sense of order and cleanliness that immediately puts their mind at ease. Then they can focus on the amazing opportunities and journey that their child's about to embark in at your childcare center. And they know that you prioritize the health and well-being of the students and your staff. A clean office also plays a critical role in ensuring the overall health and safety of the children. Maintaining a pristine environment, we minimize the risk of germs and infections, creating a space where children can thrive and grow without unnecessary interruptions. We certainly learned a lot about that during the time of COVID. And we're heading into flu season as it's the fall. So we understand that a healthy child is a happy child. And your commitment to keeping your area clean reflects on that belief. Not only does a clean office provide a positive first impression, but it also sets the stage for ongoing trust and confidence. Parents can rest assured that you hold yourself to the higher standards of cleanliness and ensuring that their child's surroundings are regularly sanitized and maintained, and that your staff, who are always so dedicated, work tirelessly to keep every corner of your childcare center sparkling clean so parents can focus on what matters most, their child's development and happiness. I know that for some of you, including myself, there have been times when my office has become the drop-off center for all broken and unwanted items in the center. And that really can be a safety hazard, and you have to make sure that you designate a place for things that are ready to get repaired to a place where it's safe. And so some centers don't have a lot of storage. Mine is one of them. So it is important that you figure out where things will go until they are repaired. And there is a direct correlation between cleanliness and health of the children and the staff. I have asthma. Other potential risks are if you have a lot of dust growing or floating around the center, if you have, God forbid, mold, you leave things that get wet and they're sitting out. Those things can really be extremely toxic. So you want to make sure that you are keeping all of those things maintained, clean, and sanitized, especially in your office space. That tends to be very closed in. You don't always get a lot of ventilation unless you have an exorbitant amount of windows. But, usually offices are much more self-contained. The other positive impact, I would say, of having a clean office is it can help boost staff morale and productivity. A clean office can enhance your staff morale and motivation. Again, a lot of times it is the hub of your school, and that's where the leadership is, and we're supposed to lead by example. So you certainly could not get on a teacher about their classroom not being neat and organized and, set up in a way that's conducive for learning if your office is a disaster. And one of the things I think can sometimes happen too, especially in schools, is you like to collect a lot of things. Teachers are very resourceful, and a lot of times we don't have big budgets, so we start to collect things and it becomes very cluttered around the classrooms and your office. You find these things, you say, oh, I can use these, all right? And a lot of times you don't. Sometimes you do, but again, designating a place for storage so that your office and workspace doesn't become full of clutter. And that will really help you with productivity and being effective. Imagine your office is immaculate and the surroundings are spotless. Now that seems funny in a childcare center because we know things get messy. I'm not really saying create a museum, but definitely create a place where there's a sense of tranquility and order that will instantly uplift your spirits. Work with your team to make sure that every nook and cranny of your center is creating a space that's not only visually appealing, but also promotes healthy and hygienic environment for the children. The other thing I would like to say is a clean office really does set a positive example for our little ones. Children are incredibly perceptive and they absorb everything around them like sponges. So by providing them with a clean and organized environment, we teach them the importance of cleanliness, order, and respecting their surroundings. And these values will stay with them throughout their lives, helping them become more responsible and conscientious individuals. Think about a time that your office was messy, chaotic, papers strewn everywhere. Perhaps it was during a time that you were renewing your license. That tends to be a time where there's lots of photocopies and piles of papers everywhere. How did that make you feel? Did it make you feel rushed? Did it make you feel anxious? Did it make you feel like you have all these things to do and you just can't get anything done, right? So think about that. And then think about a time that you walked in the office and there was nothing on your desk and nothing in your work bin. Can you remember a time like that? If you can't, it's probably time to do something about it. If you can, there's a good chance that you felt pretty confident about it. You probably were smiling. Your mood for the day was probably one of positivity and excitement and ready to take on the next to-do list. So I hope that gives you a few reasons why you want to make sure that your space is as clean and organized. Pay attention to the details as much as possible, and this will help you be more productive, certainly healthier, and happier. So thank you for tuning in to today's episode of the Childcare Director's Chair. Have a great day. Bye.
Well, all the cute little kiddos have been picked up and it's time to go home. And that'll do it for another episode of the Childcare Director's Chair. Please leave a review so Erica knows the information is helping you to manage and improve your childcare centers. Remember to subscribe to get the latest episode from Erica's Childcare Director's Chair.